Hi everyone, my name is Marcus Salsicha. I am fully blind. I'm using VoiceOver in iOS 14.3 on an iPhone 8. And I wanted to make a follow-up video to Lucy Greco's video demonstrating the inaccessibility of the LG washer and dryers 3700 models. So I'm here in the LG Thinq app, and I'm actually standing in front of my LG washer. So I'm going to turn that on here. And as she goes over in her video, there's a wheel here on the front that will adjust things, and there is a touch screen on the right side of the control surface that, I can just kind of poke around at it and not have any idea what I'm adjusting or changing. And the really awful part of this is the fact that there is a button on this touchscreen that I have to hit and hold down in order to get this device to actually talk to the LG Thinq app on my phone. Getting this device, I thought that it would talk to it automatically. It's a smart device. You install it, you have a scanner to kind of get the serial number and put it into the app and connect it up with the app, but this requires you to find this button and hold it down. But the button happens to be a touch screen, so I have no idea where it is on this interface. My wife, who happens to have vision, put a tactile dot on our version, so I can now put my thumb over to that button, hold that down once I feel the tactile dot. So let's see here. Okay, one single beep, I held it down, it's now connecting to remote. And there's the lock click of the door. So coming here to the Thinq app.
Powerful section for registration button. Open navigation drawer button.
So again, I'm running VoiceOver. VoiceOver generates an on-screen cursor that is navigated with left and right swipes to kind of move your cursor and focus along the entire every element of the screen. So starting at the top here, I'm going to start moving down through the app.
Marco's Home. Notification button. Change your wallpaper.
Okay, so there are a few accessibility things with this app. A lot of stuff I don't care about, like this wallpaper thing that has no bearing to me.
Set wallpaper. Selected. All. Button. Utility room. Button.
Okay, so
Heading.
we're in the utility room because I know with LG Thinq you can control multiple LG devices. In this case, I only have an LG washer and dryer.
Edit screen. Button. General Washington standby.
Okay, so I named my washer General Washington because I'm silly. And it says standby. So now I know that the washer is connected to the app, and the app can now control the washer.
Lieutenant Dritterson power off.
Lieutenant McDryerson is power off. It's not connected right now.
Registration. Powerful section for superior clean. Check if you are eligible to receive proactive customer. Check if you are eligible to receive proactive customer.
I'm just moving through this, so I'm going to go back up to General Washington to see if we can pick a cycle.
Lieutenant General Washington standby. General Washington
So there's nothing there that tells me I can double tap that or click it or open it or that it's interactive in any way. It just says General Washington standby. Normally these would have button or would have like a trait that tells me that I can interact with it. But in that case, you just have to know that that's what it's going to do. To a new user, that wouldn't really work. Okay, so also notice that the screen came up and nothing indicated that something had changed.
Start button. Delay wash button. Start button.
It actually focused me almost immediately on the start button, even though I have no cycle, like I haven't picked a cycle, it's just defaulted to the normal cycle. So if I had made a mistake and accidentally double tapped this when trying to figure out, the screen, I may accidentally start the wrong cycle. So let me move to the top of the screen.
Back button.
Okay, for the back button and start moving down.
General Washington. Heading level 1. Pre-wash off.
Oops.
Back. More options. Button.
Okay.
General Washington. General Washington on power. Button.
Okay.
Bright whites trademark. Button. General Washington on bright white. Soil normal. Temp. Hot. Soil normal. Bright whites trademark. Button.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah, if I had started this, evidently it somehow selected the bright whites mode. And if I didn't want to wash clothes in hot water, that would have ruined them. So let's click on that.
General Washington on power. Bright whites trademark. Button.
First I want to kind of highlight, so this, I know that this button will open up the cycles, but to a user that hasn't used this app before, that won't be immediately apparent. There's no hint saying like bright whites button, open cycle index or something of that nature. Like nothing's giving me context as to what this button is going to do. So if I move forwards.
Soil normal.
You have like the soil level,
Temp. Hot. Spin high.
the temperature, and the spin.
Extra rinse 1 time.
There's one extra rinse. Like none of these.
Spin high.
If,
Spin high.
if I double tap or try to interact,
Spin high.
like maybe I don't want the spin to be high, maybe I want it medium. I can't edit any of these features, and none of the presets in this app allow me to have the same degree of control that a sighted user gets with all of the controls that are built into the unit itself.
Temp. Hot.
In fact, in Lucy's video, there's something about, I guess on the right side of the touch screen itself on the washer, there's some method of managing the amount of soap or detergent or fabric softener. But that's not mentioned anywhere here. I had no idea that was even a thing until Lucy brought it up in her video. So let's go to the cycles.
Soil normal. Bright white trademark. Button.
Double tap.
Bright white trademark.
Note that nothing's happened, at least to me.
Bright white trademark. Bright white trademark. Button.
So my cursor is now trapped on this button. Double tapping that button basically causes a trap where I can't swipe left or right to move the cursor to anything else on the screen.
Bright white trademark. Button.
So what I have to do is called finger hunting, where I put my finger on the screen and drag it around until VoiceOver breaks out of the trap and focuses on one other part of the interface.
Close menu. Double tap to close. Close menu. Close menu. Double tap to close.
So I
Button.
move my finger to the top of the screen, and somehow I'm at the close menu button, which to me is on the bottom of the screen. It's the last thing I can get to.
Close menu. Double tap to close. Button.
If I swipe left to move up the screen,
Color care. Edit. Download cycle.
I seem to be at the very bottom. So I'm going to snap my cursor to the top of the screen.
Cycle search. Button.
Which seems to be the cycle search button. So I'm going to go through this.
Favorite. Edit. Button. Denim. Button. Bedding. Button. Color care. Button.
So I know that these are my favorite cycles.
Towels. Button. Standard cycles. Tub clean. Button. Allergen trademark. Sanitary. Bedding. Button. Heavy duty. Button.
Okay, so yeah.
Normal. Button.
Let's click on normal. Let's try to do a normal load. So I'm going to double tap that.
Normal.
Note again, nothing really says that something's loaded.
Bright white's trademark. Button. Normal. Button. Heavy duty. Normal. Button.
In fact, I'm still on this list. Like this list itself, I'm not.
Heavy duty. Bedding. Button. Heavy. Bright white's trademark. Normal. Button.
Like, it seems like I haven't actually selected it.
Normal. Heavy duty. Bedding. Sanitary. Button.
But wait, if I keep moving up the screen.
Allergen trademark. Tub clean. Standard cycle. Button. 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 Button.
Oh, look at that. Now we have these unlabeled buttons.
Button. 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 Button.
I have no idea what these are.
Button. Standard cycles. Button. 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 Favorite. Button.
Yeah, that's completely useless. I have no idea what this is.
Favorite. Button. Button. Button.
It's obvious something new loaded on the screen and is not accessible.
Normal. Button. Soil normal.
So what I just did there is I just put my finger down on the screen just randomly. And that actually highlighted the modal or the new screen that came up that actually comes up when you double tap any of the cycles.
Temp. Warm. Soil normal. Button.
So all the controls that come up for this cycle are now here. However,
soil normal. Temp. Warm. Spin high.
I still can't edit any of these.
Spin high. Temp. Warm. Temp. Warm.
Yep.
Soil normal.
So again, I'm completely beholden to the presets that they've created for this. Yet I have no extra degree of control that sighted people get.
Normal. Button.
So if I hit normal button.
Normal.
Again,
Normal. Normal.
I'm trapped
Button.
on it again, so I have to hunt around the screen.
Denim. Button.
All right, so denim.
Bedding. Color care. Button.
Let's say color care. I use this one a lot. So let's double tap that.
Color care. Color care. Color care.
And
Button.
yet again, there is another trap. So
Color care.
I'm stuck
Button.
on color care, so I have to physically tap the screen again just to move the cursor to whatever new has loaded.
General Washington. General Washington on power. Button.
Okay, that's not what I expected.
Color care. Soil normal.
There we go.
Spin medium. Temp. Cold. Extra rinse. Pre-wash off.
Yep.
Steam off. Cold wash off. Checkbox. Unchecked.
So here's a random
Double
check.
tap to toggle setting. Logo other.
Jeez.
Cold wash off. Checkbox. Unchecked. Double tap to toggle.
Okay, so there's a random checkbox. I don't know what controls associated with it.
Delay wash. Button.
It could be delay wash.
Checkbox. Cold wash off.
It could be cold wash, but there's no context. There's no label for the checkbox.
Checkbox. Unchecked. Delay wash. Start. Button.
And there's a start button. So yeah, that's just kind of a general overview of how overall how inaccessible this app is. Have no control over all the details of a wash. There's no way to create your own preset. Um, yeah, basically all the features that sighted people get, there's no equitable use for blind users. And if I didn't have that tactile dot on the washer, I would not be able to do this at all, even just to get the washer to load into the app. So yeah, it's just really poor design and very ableist design. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching.